Vas tarde. Apúrate si quieres una buena calificación.
Voy lo más rápido que puedo.
¿Has pensado en correr? Es saludable y eficiente.
Seguro que no hay más trabajos disponibles. Yo estudié para ser profesora y estoy haciendo mercados.
Y además puedes quedarte con los puntos de fidelización. Eres una monje afortunada. Tienes que confiar en la aplicación. ¿Te sientes inspirada? Gracias. Chao.
¿Quién soy yo? No, eso no es lo que quiero decir. ¿Para dónde voy? No. Puedo volver a empezar. Olvídalo.
Estoy presente ahora. Me amo. Estoy libre de mi ira. Estoy libre de mi tristeza. El amor es mi esperanza.
Adiós.
Olá, eu sou Maria.
Bueno. Hola otra vez. Ay, no, cállate. ¿Qué está pasando?
Buen día, Emilio. ¿Qué puedo hacer por usted?
¿Qué está pasando? Mis puntos están bien.
No se preocupe, sus puntos están seguros conmigo. ¿Le puedo ayudar en algo más, Emilio?
Yo no soy Emilio, yo soy Juliana Restrepo.
Por favor, espero.
Hola, Juliana Restrepo. Me alegra verte. ¿Qué puedo hacer por ti?
Mis puntos están bien. ¿Qué está pasando?
Tranquila, todo está bien. Parece que alguien está intentando vulnerar su cuenta. Por favor, espere mientras reinicio su dispositivo. Hola, Juliana. Me alegra verte. Hoy te ves hermosa. ¿Estás estrenando zapatos?
Ya lo arreglaron. Tengo que seguir trabajando.
Estoy trabajando en eso, pero necesito verificar tu información biométrica. Por favor, sigue la línea azul hasta el centro de servicio más cercano para confirmar tu identidad.
Sí, pero mis puntos están bien.
Todo está bien. Chao.
Ok. ¿Qué? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué? ¿Qué está pasando? No, mis puntos, mis puntos. ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué es eso?
Shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Ruach Dash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, who the house of David reborn again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing our true heritage, we were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. Today, we're going to go ahead and talk about the metaverse, which Facebook is bringing out, and how it relates to the hellish future you just seen in the video I just played. But before we get into that, let's read this. This is 2 Thessalonians. We'll start at 2 and 6. And now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And you see, this scripture here is talking about the revealing of the wicked ones, who in the Bible they're referred to as the Edomite nation, or what we refer to them in our current time as the Caucasian race. You see, because you're going to come to realize that these Edomites, these Caucasians, they are the devils that the Bible speaks of, right? They were given a blessing that they would have the world under subjection and would be rulers upon the earth before the second coming of the Messiah, which we understand is soon to happen. Now, this scripture basically breaks it down that even in the time of the apostles, that the mystery of iniquity was already there, right? These devils had already been there, and the understanding of that they were the Edomites was still a bit of a mystery. Now, that being said, it tells you here that the Lord, in the time appointed, he would reveal that wicked, right? That wicked would be revealed, right? And that's why right now you're seeing all these world events happening, right? You're seeing the coming forth of the New World Order. You're seeing all these scandals and wicked, evil things being brought out that these Edomites are behind. And this new thing, this metaverse, which Facebook is now going to transition to, is being brought forth, right? And the reason why I'm saying that this is going to be a wicked system is because you got to understand where this leads to. Now, in the very beginning, when you're seeing the presentation of the metaverse, which, you could see here, which I'm going to play in just a bit, you could see that they're making it appear as if it's some sort of wonder, right? It's a miracle, right? You're going to have augmented reality. You'll be able to, communicate with your friends who are across the world and see them right in front of your eyes as if they're there, right? Using these holographic, glasses that Ray-Ban or Lexicon, the world's largest glasses maker, is gonna work with Facebook to make, right? You see, these devils are in fact working on a digital prison to keep you occupied and imprisoned within their new, fourth industrial revolution, as Carl Schwab refers to it as, man. Right? Let's go and watch this real quick, and then we'll talk more about it.
Today, we're going to talk about the metaverse. I want to share what we imagine is possible.
Yeah.
The experiences you'll have, the creative economy we'll all build, and the technology that needs to be invented, as well as how we're going to all do this together. The next platform and medium will be even more immersive.
Like a shop.
Some call it skill.
Keep talking.
An embodied internet where you're in the experience, not just looking at it. And we call this the metaverse. Everything we do online today, connecting socially, entertainment, games, work, is going to be more natural and vivid.
Whoa, all right, that's a little too realistic.
Now this is more my style. We believe the metaverse will be the successor to the mobile internet. And you're going to be able to do almost anything you can imagine.
All right, perfect.
Boy.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Mark.
What's up, Mark?
This place is amazing.
The feeling of presence. This is the defining quality of the metaverse. You're going to really feel like you're there with other people. You'll see their facial expressions, you'll see their body language, maybe figure out if they're actually holding a winning hand. All the subtle ways that we communicate that today's technology can't quite deliver.
I knew you were bluffing.
Avatars will be as common as profile pictures today, but instead of a static image, they're going to be living 3D representations of you. Beyond avatars, there is your home space. Your home is your personal space from which you can teleport to anywhere you want.
Koi fish that fly? That's new.
This is wild.
The metaverse isn't something we're building so much as it's something we're building for.
Across the industry, we need to bring that same imagination and commitment to building for interoperability, openness, safety, and privacy as we do for all the other product aspects of the metaverse. These have to be fundamental building blocks, just like the other software and experiences that we've been talking about. Our hope, though, is that if we all work at it, then within the next decade, the metaverse will reach 1 billion people, host hundreds of billions of dollars of digital commerce, and support jobs for millions of creators and developers. We are fully committed to this. It is the next chapter of our work, and we believe for the internet overall. Beyond the constraints of screens, beyond the limits of distance and physics, beyond any one company, and that will be made by all of us. And I'm just incredibly energized to be on this journey with all of you.
That was fun.
Good job, Mark.
So, that is the introduction to the metaverse, which Facebook is bringing forth. Now, as you've seen, they made it appear as it's going to be the next big thing, right? Like it's going to be something that everybody's going to want. Now, it may just be something that a lot of people are going to look forward to because, as the scripture says, man, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be sent a strong delusion so that way they can believe a lie and be condemned because they loved wickedness, right? And you see, us who are following the truth, who understand that these devils are in power today and they have us in a form of captivity, right? That they ultimately, their agenda is to wipe us out. And in doing so, they're going to bring forth tools to make that so, right? Now, over in the UK, you have this UN Climate Change Conference happening until the 12th, right? So for 10 more days, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more craziness coming out of this conference. Well, recently, what my lesson was on yesterday was King Charles or Prince Charles speaking about how they're going to take a warlike stance to combat climate change. Right now, the brother over in England, Rakah, basically, broke it down that approach is going to be that they are now going to quantify how much waste you as a human being create, right? What is your carbon footprint? And this is how they're going to be able to determine if you are using up too many resources. Well, how can they reduce it? Well, instead of you flying somewhere to go on vacation or drive somewhere to go do an event, why not use the metaverse and go there virtually, right? A lot of us are doing this now at work by attending Zoom meetings instead of going to actual meetings, right? And as you've seen, they are going to basically reduce production around the world, right? One thing that the brother from England mentioned is that we're going to see a reduction in fashion, right? Which is, it's kind of a funny thing, but it's when you look into it, it's really true. Like they will soon remove choices from the economy, right? Instead of having 1,000 different choices of apparel, you'll have maybe 10 to 50 different choices, right? And pretty much everybody's going to have a similar style, right? And it won't matter that you're wearing potato sacks, because it's not you that needs to be outfitted. It's going to be your avatar, which is going to be your representation to the world, right? We've seen this happen in movies like Symbiotes, and there's lots of other movies that have pushed this, idea, right? Avatar and whatnot, right? And we've seen, not only in the video I just showed you at the beginning of this lesson, of how this type of reality, of augmented reality, can actually turn into a digital hell. Or in this video, we've seen examples of somebody actually being hacked and having their identity stolen, right? And it was crazy because in this video, this woman, as you heard her tell her boss, which, by the way, I don't know if you caught it or not, he was speaking Chinese, but through the miracle, the lying wonder of technology, his voice was coming out in her language, right? And that's trippy, right? Because remember, this harkens back to the time of Babylon, the original Babylon, that is, when they were building the Tower of Babel, and all the languages of the world were one, right? And the Lord came down and confused all our languages. Well, look, these devils are, that is one of their goals on their Georgia Guidestones, right? To unite the world in a living language. Well, what is that living language that they are going to unite the world on? Well, it's using real-time translation, as you just seen here, right? Where your boss could be in China speaking to you in Chinese, but you hear it in your native tongue, right? And not only that, but as you heard her say, right, she said, right now she's working at her job, right? She's literally going out buying groceries for somebody else. That's her job. She basically it has a gig economy. Now, if you realize this was released way before 2016. This came out maybe in 2012 or something like that. I remember this is an old video that I remember when I seen it. I thought it was crazy how all the augmented reality and ads came up. It really gave a clear message that this augmented reality that Esau's trying to push upon us can really turn into a digital hell, right? Well, this lady, she said that, she wanted another job. She had asked her boss if there was any available teaching jobs, because she went to school to be a teacher, and now she's simply just out buying groceries for other people, right? Well, that's the future that Esau wants you to do. He wants you in a gig economy, working and basically going through this system to get points, right? Notice in this video, when her AI, her augmented, persona was being hacked, she was worried about her points. Now, why would she be worried about her points? Well, in this future, right, that's being presented to us, those points more likely are going to be her balance, her money, right? And that's why she was so worried about it, right? Because remember what in my lesson yesterday, Prince Charles said that they are seeking to change the fundamental economic structure of the world, right? Now, how do they do that? Well, they bring forward the cashless society. Now, what I'm showing you here is a screenshot from the Black Mirror episode where you had this Jake trapped in another virtual hell, right? Where he was on some sort of moon base or something, or some sort of small compound where his job was literally to run on a treadmill, right? Or a bicycle, exercise bicycle, right? Generating energy. Now that could be something as simple as going to the grocery stores, buying food for other people. Well, as you can see up here, he also has points, right? Now, what are these points, right? Yes, we understand that this was like his money that he was acquiring by doing this work, right? He would spend these points on toothpaste, on food, on TV shows, or digital attire that he would get for his avatar, right? So this is the future that we were warned about in this show Black Mirror, and also in this short video clip I just showed you called Hyperreality, which these devils are now trying to push upon us, right? And they're making it seem as if it's a benefit, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 12. But they counted our life as a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. For say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means. So you see, though they're presenting this new metaverse as a new internet, a new reality which you could explore and live out a fuller and more fun life and a more connected life with your friends, and you would go to concerts and play basketball with friends and play handball with the little girl down the street and all this colorful words and all this shit. But in reality, this is the future that these devils want for us, right? They want a digital prison, and they want your carbon footprint to be a measuring stick for your worth, right? While you scrimp and save so that way you can buy not your real clothing, because everybody's going to have the same type of clothing, everybody's going to have the same type of lifestyle, because again, that's the way socialism, communism works, where everybody pretty much has limited choice and it's all pretty much the same. But what they're going to offer you is virtual products, right? A way to customize your virtual reality, and that's what you're going to be spending your money on. That's what you will be getting paid for doing menial tasks, and you'll basically pay for what you use, right? As Carl Schwab said, you will own nothing and you will be happy, right? This is the future that is coming for many of the people in the world, right? Everybody except for the elect and the 1/3, which the Lord is going to save from this future, right? Because a lot of the people who are in the world right now, who are complaining about an unfair economy, that nothing is being done about climate change, which, by the way, man, that is on purpose. That is a reason why they bring out that Greta Thunberg, and there's a reason why all of these countries purposely have done nothing and they continually pollute to excess, is because they have to destroy the economy and make it appear as if we can no longer afford to not do anything, that now emergency measures, or as Prince Charles put yesterday, we have to take warlike effort, a warlike stance, and marshal resources to tackle this event, which is going to be even worse than the whole C-19 pandemic. You see, this is Esau's system, right? And all this, everything that's happening from the bringing forth what appears to be a wonder, which really is a lying wonder, right? And you know, getting these jabs, the implosion of this economy, the implosion of this old society which we've lived in and been raised up in, that is all to usher in the MOTB, which is written about here. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's 666. Okay? So this is where all roads lead to. Okay? This is Esau's ultimate agenda, is to get everybody tagged, right? Marked. So that way your calling, the calling of the human race can be achieved, right? Because just like when they want to sell stuff or they want to measure things, you know, or account for things, they have to first measure it, right? And how are they going to get down to that 500 million, goal of having the people, and how are they going to reach their goal of only having 500 million people upon the earth? Well, they got to measure, they got to count how many people in the world there are. And to do that, this has to happen. They have to mark everybody, right? So I just wanted to point out the crazy reality which we are fast approaching, how these devils are now presenting their final solution as a benefit, as a lying wonder. But I just want to let you, Akim, know that don't sign up for the metaverse, don't participate in it, start pulling it out of the system, right? Because this is it. These are the devils bringing forth their false miracles to enchant the world. So with all that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rapha Dash, double honors my teachers, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.